Alright, here we go. So yeah, like Blackadder said, this was a map in chat. It's a map you don't see too often in team games. Teams usually either have like a sea-specific strat, which is why we see Mediterranean so often, or an open map strat. The open map, you see a lot of low-tier Atlantean play, favoring an open map, and then for Zeus players, Mediterranean, it's a pretty good map for them. So, this would kind of be an Egyptian map, so we'll see how it works out for the raw player. Really bad luck for blue here. I don't think he's going to lose a villager, but I think you're safe getting your elk there, and then all of a sudden you get mauled by 2 bears at once, so very nice micro from player there, saving all of his villagers. That could have been an ugly situation where if he wasn't paying attention he could have easily lost 1 or 2 villagers, which would have actually crippled him. So, see, no economic guild for green, so he's not going hunting dogs. That might mean a quick up for him. Okay, I was gonna be like, wait, that can't be Teal's gold, so Teal's got a somewhat safe gold, but it's lacking tower protection, rather. That said, if he just throws up a wall here, he can kind of seal it off if red walls here and here, so not that bad of a gold mine. Red's is a little nicer back here. Yellow also has a really good gold mine. That one's pretty close to his town center, so the reason you check the gold mines like that is against an aggressive lineup with an Aranos player per se, or even 2 Greeks. You run the risk of getting gold starved from early pressure, so it also can affect the opponent's decision of whether to apply early pressure or not. Atlantean pressure can be 100 times more deadly if you have a forward unprotected gold mine that they can knock you off of, especially in like a 1 vs 1 game, but it can also factor into team games as well. Another thing with this map is it's very relic heavy, so you can see a lot of dots around the map. Very nice Egyptian relic if Teal can get that. Already got a Pierce Armor 1, which isn't bad. Hero speed, no Loki players though, unfortunately. Cheaper myth units is an interesting one. Armory improvements isn't bad. Fill movement speed's just okay. Infantry to Titans is useless. Okay, it looks like red's going for the armory improvement relic. I wonder if Teal saw this one. The Chariot Archer hit points is a really good one for Egyptian. Okay, never mind. Red's okay. I think he was going just to Shifting Sands, his opponent, but saw the relic instead. Decided I'll take this back. Villagers farm faster is a good one. So, wall off for blue here. It's actually not a bad town center position for blue. It's got cliffs nearby, but I don't think either of the cliffs is in range for a siege drop on that town center. On the fence about this town center. I don't think this is in. I think this is too far for the siege to hit this one. Or actually, chat, what do you think? Can siege catapults from this cliff hit this town center or not? I think they can definitely hit this town center. So if he could get catapults up there and kill 2 town centers, that wouldn't be bad. This town center also looks like, again, I think this cliff could potentially result in that town center being killed. This town center is out in the open though, so green looks at there. And again, on the fence of whether this cliff can hit that one. Don't think so, as you get into late game, raw rock drops of catapults on cliffs become deadly if you've got town centers in cliff range, but overall I'd probably give it a B+ or A- in terms of being a good map for TSM, and that there aren't that many town centers in deadly cliff range, especially the forward ones, so TSM lucked out a bit there. Again, like I said, with the cliffs and forests, it's a very narrow map, so as you can see, TSM completely walling off already. Not as much walling coming out from TBL though. Again, you had the extremely early advance from green. He skipped the economic guild. So still no eco upgrades, but it does allow him to apply a lot of early pressure to teal. I'm gonna take out this town center, or tower here rather, sorry, but it shouldn't be the biggest deal in the world. Doesn't look like teal has any gold income yet. Ooh. A ridiculously late advancement from teal. This is going to be a 630 advancement, and as he's getting knocked off gold as a result. Teal is actually in some serious trouble against this pressure from Atlantis. The big thing is you get your villagers running around like this and it just kind of snowballs. They're running around not gathering resources, so you're behind to begin with, and then having your villagers running around doing nothing for time just puts you further behind against the Atlantean non-stop unit spam. He is wisely getting barracks up right away and probably slingers, but his gold's been spotted again. And green has a lot of units here, so he can kill a lot of villagers potentially. Surprised he didn't use a shockwave there. He actually might be smart not to use that shockwave and instead save it for the first fight. Using shockwave to kill teal's first mini army, including his myth unit, would be extremely effective. Huh? Okay. Teal just shifted his gold away. Shifted his gold villagers to his ally because he was completely knocked off of gold by green. Miss Micro on the priest there, just losing it for nothing. Getting out of position. Not the biggest fan of TC diving like this, but Teal's in such a horrible position that just picking off his units like this with overwhelming numbers and then forcing him to turtle his villagers in his town center during rain is just continuing to do significant economic damage to Teal. What I don't understand is why is Yellow trying to harass Blue's walls instead of helping out his teammate who's getting absolutely destroyed by Green. That's what I don't get. Red, meanwhile, is going for a 2-town center, fast heroic boom, so Red's has no help for Teal either. At this point, the game's just going to be over. I'm sorry, but Teal's not recovering from this. This is way too much damage in a one-on-one matchup that this should never happen. It all starts with Teal going for a 630 classical time. I mean, he had a nice turtle map. He had 2 layers of wall protecting his gold, but because he advanced so late, he couldn't use his pharaoh to fend off the attack from green. Hell, even had a tower backing up a layer of walls, but tower was long gone before he advanced, so Green just sending Terma into the town center to kill any villager he can of Teal's. Yellow's still just running around, patrolling the middle of nowhere. Blue's turtling in, just booming. Meanwhile, Teal's getting absolutely destroyed, and nobody's even helping him. This is just embarrassing. This is like a 1 vs 1 stomp that you'd see with like a 2K player smurfing on the ladder. This level of ownage that early into the game. This is like an 8-minute good game. But to have this happen in a team game when you could have allies to potentially help you out and they're just sitting back doing nothing, I don't know how TBL expects to win 3 vs 2. Again, why is Yellow attacking a wall while his teammate has 0 villagers left? That doesn't make any sense to me. Red just losing his myth unit for nothing here. The Lanian economy or early game is so strong they can just keep spamming units into the town center fire, and as long as they're killing Teal's villagers they can just keep the units coming and Teal can't even farm off his town center. Ugh. I'm completely puzzled. I don't even know what to say. What does TBL hope to do? I don't know what magical strategy they have planned to win a 3 vs 2. Uh-oh, Teal's remaining villagers get discovered. What?! 12 mercenaries 11 minutes into the game when you're still classical is... I don't think I've ever seen that. There goes the gold bank Teal had. Green's gotta be laughing himself. Yeah, the mercenaries have a 20-second lifespan or something ridiculously slow at this point in the game. That and they just die instantly to begin with. Oops, there goes 1200 gold for nothing. Yeah, I guess I'll thank you guys for tuning in now, because there's not much left to watch here. This was like the 6th or 7th match of the day. Okay, so red shifts yellow in now. Where was that shifting sands 5 minutes ago? Yellow had the units to help and save Teal, but he was busy killing walls of blue. I don't really have much to say. It's just going to be a 3 vs 2 game as it goes on. Nothing TBL can do to bring it back or change the outcome of this game. Shockwave only hit 3 units. Guess that was a bit of a misclick. Oh wow, I just noticed what was actually happening here. Purple's taking Red's third town center way in enemy territory. Looks like Red's gonna have more than enough units to defend. Do they have a ceasefire though? Yeah, they do have the ceasefire, so I'd expect the ceasefire to come out of Purple relatively soon in order to take this town center. Oh, would also like to see Green move up and take this town center as well. Okay, Blue coming over to support Purple and taking this, so that's why we haven't seen the ceasefire yet. They've got a 2 versus 1 fight here, although with Yellow coming in, I still think we should see a ceasefire. Right on cue. Yeah, I don't know what happened this game for TBL, if they just gave up Kieran or what, but that kind of team play is just inexcusable, leaving Teal hanging like that, especially Yellow was Atlantean himself. He had units out on the map, but he was busy killing Blue's walls, so I don't know if the Gold Lion said something in TeamSpeak or something to make his teammates angry at him or what the deal was, but they just left him hanging there. Although, not all the blame's on his teammates. Gold Lion got himself in this mess to begin with by going a 630 classical against the Tyrannos. That's all on him. And it's not like he was double teamed. It's not even like god powers were used by Purple or Blue to help Green out. Green just straight up one-on-one owned Teal. That said, this is a team game, so his teammates should have definitely helped out. So good Locust Swarm there by Red, delays the town center from going up, but for whatever reason Yellow decided to abandon post and leave Red fighting 2 versus 1, so Purple's gonna finish it. And then they also had another they did have another ceasefire as well if they had needed it. Yellow's gonna go down here, but he's not gonna take down a fortified town center with the Terma army, so it's gonna knock Blue off his economy momentarily, but Blue's smart, just pulls his villagers back to get wood over here. The Dryad spam, it could help a little, but Blue just focuses down the Murmelos with the town center fire and then potentially gets a hero out to deal with the Prometheans. He should be able to hold that town center. Bit of fighting down here, but got Purple holding against Red just fine. Okay, Blue's hero's up here, so that's why he can't provide the hero support down here. Okay, he's got Masons and a fortified town center, so the Terma heavy army's not going to take down a Mason's fortified town center with very little melee support, so that's why I would have preferred Yellow to just help in this double team in this forward town center rather than going off trying to kill a town center that he wasn't going to take down. Got a destroyer or two here that might help him finish it off, but Blue repairs it. The repair will he can repair it faster than 2 destroyers will kill it, so I still think Blue's gonna hold this town center just fine. It's got a hero out now as well. So ceasefire from Blue just to repair his town center. I think Yellow eventually got enough destroyers forward where he was going to take down the town center if there was the ceasefire from Blue. I was wondering where Green's Terma army went, and it's now down here. gonna say pure Terma at this point aren't gonna do much, but Green still is on 4 town centers, and now he's amassing Destroyer, Dryad, Army, and he's still got all his heroes as well, so I think as soon as this ceasefire ends, Green should be able to just march on through and take out Teal. Teal's still got half the score of everybody else in the game. Good trade from Red, which as a raw player, it's always helpful. That's interesting, he's trading to both his teammates, so I guess he has 2 trade routes. If one gets shut down, he still has the other. I don't think I've ever seen that. Again, not empowering his market. I don't know why Tesla never empowers his market as raw, but it drives me crazy. Oh wow. As if Teal wasn't screwed enough as it was. Blue just underworld on top of him. I also think Green Vortex. Yeah, Green Vortex back here to kill Teal's remaining few villagers. Green should also be able to take out Yellow's back town center. Very nice building block here from Blue, creating a choke point, so only a few of Yellow's units can attack the town center at a time. That said, Blue is going to lose that town center, but losing a town center isn't as bad as losing an entire teammate, which is the case for Teal right now. Teal's going to be dead after this attack from Blue. Green should be able to take out the back town center for Yellow here. I'd like to see the Myth unit attacking too. That thing has a lot of crush damage on it, 30. So yeah, Teal's just gonna lose all his remaining villagers. He's town centerless. Oh, that's amazing. Red was trading to both town centers and both die at the same time, so now Red's got no trade, despite trading to both his teammates. Guess he should have had a 3rd trade route going. Red with a bit of a pushback here with mercenaries and his units. Good upgrades on Red, at least armory wise. Still got basic units, but at least with heroic armory upgrades. Better upgrades than purple. So yellow is moving in on blue here, but green gonna vortex in. Yellow's gonna tap out. And that's gonna be it for TBL. Tenso ISO. Does that mean I'm like isolated or something? I don't know. I don't speak was it Spanish or Portuguese? I don't know, but yeah, if Teal did say isolation, he was certainly isolated 1 versus 1 instead of his teammates helping him. I don't know what they're saying. I'm trying to read it, but I can't make it out. But I'm guessing Teal's wondering why Yellow never bothered helping him. That said, Teal did just lose 1 versus 1 to Green. It's not like Teal was double teamed or anything. He just got straight up beat by Green. Largely because he advanced at 6:30 classical time. There we go, 6:35 for teal versus the 4-minute classical for green, so that'll do it for you. I mean, teal had a really good map for him. Like I said, 2 layers of wall, 1 protected by a tower, and he just advanced way too late.